Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another tier list with the No Skill Boys. Today, it's just me and Mikey. Mikey, say hi to the folks.
Hi, folks. I'm totally not hunkered down with horror games and manga of adult varieties.
It's okay. We all have our vices. Trust me, my vice was actively on the screen before I realized that she was still alive.
Support your local waifus, man, especially when they know real OG songs like coming and done.
Yeah, support your VTubers, ladies and gentlemen. They're lovely people. But we are not here to talk about VTubers unless, one certain Hall Live one was on this list. Hi, Ollie. Today, Mikey and I are going to be giving you a zombie games tier list. What zombie games that we played, where we would rate them, or if we've never played them at all. And we got a pretty stacked lineup here. From ones that I think are absolutely amazing, some that we think are absolutely garbage. And a couple of these I can already see on here I've never played, or have never played but have seen other people play. So, without any further ado, let's jump right on into this one. First one, 7 Days to Die.
Oh man, I'm sure someone's gonna yell at me. I don't think it's goaded.
I don't think it's good either. I have mixed opinions on this one. Seven Days to Die. Right, cheer, ladies and germs. I think it is I think it's a good game. My only problem with it was, um, if you were playing on Xbox One, it hardly ever got any sort of game updates. It's essentially Fun Pimps, the devs. They basically stopped focusing on their Xbox player base, and it became just a PC game. So if you didn't have a PC, you were kind of, just tits up and SOL. Granted, we did have tons of fun playing this game, but some of the faults that I had, and I think Brandon was there for one of them, where at one point we had a full fortified base. I'm talking, we were on like day 60, whatever the hell. We'd gone through several horde nights, but we always had at least one person staying back to maintain the house. One time we all ventured out, and I guess we ventured a little too far, because when we went back to where our home base was, everything was defaulted back to just a base house.
I I would scream like violently. The neighbors would call the cops. It would be an ordeal.
I have not touched 7 Days to Die since, because of that. But if I'm taking into account the PC side of things, where they do actively keep up with updating the game, whether it be new mods and mobs that you can put in, uh, and different types of craftable items that you can make. Like, all of a sudden, you can make a helicopter now. Didn't know that was a thing.
Holy hell!
Yeah. I and I haven't played it on PC since I got my PC. So if I'm going solely based off of my Xbox experience, I would give it an why not?
Same, because it was a fun experience. 100% agree with you, but there's so many nukes. Quality was kind of meh. Like it was worth it for the fun, but it wasn't something I'd go back to after a while.
hmm Especially after losing everything. I'm like, no, we worked so hard. So, yeah, why not? There you go. All right.
Friends, feel free to light us up in the comment section because I know two of you are screaming internally.
I know one of my buddies, when he watches this, he's going to be like, fuck you guys. This is the greatest game of all time. Listen, dude.
Midgard?
No, this is the same kid that essentially, without saying anything, he was totally beating his meat when they brought in the stripper zombie, meaning she's just walking around with pasties and a G-string. That's it.
Okay. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Now we all know that. Thank you, dude.
If I had to see it, you guys have to know about it.
Great.
And then next up on the docket, we have Arizona Sunshine. I like this game.
I like this game, and I have mixed emotions because it's ambitious. DLC is cool. The gameplay's smooth. It's fun. It's exciting. I I almost feel like I'm being too lenient wanting to put it in goaded because that is just such a fun game.
Give it a good freaking solid. All on the grounds of, like, Brandon and I, we burned through it in essentially a couple hours, and
I know.
even though I think it's a great game, I did not see any replay value in it because for me, and again, this is what I was just playing on just Quest, not questing to a PC. Uh, now that I have a PC, I still was like, do I really want to go back and play this game again? Because I kind of already have done it. Maybe to play the DLC, but that would be about it. So
Maybe I'm still under the novelty of being able to fight zombies in VR. Like, it is fun.
and I think that's why I could agree with you on a goaded until they start bringing in like more like zombie horde based games. They have
Oh,
a Left
there's
4
a
Dead
better
game.
one on this tier list, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what
You're
you're looking
right.
at too.
We'll put it in the solid because it was an early PC VR, or it was an early VR time. So it's not going to have all the bells and whistles, like being able to go John Wick and kill zombies with a spoon and a pencil.
Like the graphics wise, it was absolutely beautiful. I love the fact you can just randomly go into cars and just start taking shit out of them if there was anything in there.
Right.
All right, the next up we have Back for Blood. I will say right now, I think this game is great. My only problem with it is, why is it so fucking hard?
I don't even have an issue with the difficulty. I think my issue is the bugs it's still having. Like, remember last time we played? Because we recently got back into it.
Mm-hmm.
I was stuck in a permanent fall on a flat surface, and none of you guys could see.
None of us could save you. At one point, Brandon got glitched to where it said, even though he was nowhere near a ledge, but they put him in a hanging on a ledge thing, and I could only get him standing in a specific spot. Was I able to actually save him?
And in a horde game, that's not easy.
Mm-hmm.
It's so close. It's so close to goated, but it's not.
Yeah, the only reason why I would also not put it in goated is because we also still haven't beaten it.
That's fine. I get it. You want to see how it all ends and do the DLC, but it is well rounded. It is cool. It is a new experience every time. I'll give it 100% points for that. And then the OST, Lemmy. But
yes.
but it's just not quite. It doesn't hold up to the originals, in my opinion. If that makes any sense.
No, I agree 100%.
So we got 2 solids coming in early.
2 solids coming in early. I don't think we'll have too many these fucking suck. Yeah, because
I can see one.
Alright, the next Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. This game was fucking incredible. I'm gonna call goated just because the intro, it was creepy, it was weird. Then all of a sudden, Farmer John hitting you before hitting you saying, "Welcome to the family, son." It hit that perfect. This game is gonna be fucked up and twisted, and it's gonna put you on an emotional wild ride. The story itself is absolutely wild.
I'm gonna make a counter argument. I'm not trying to dissuade you. I'm just trying to get perspective because I think it was the perfect story experience. It was done right. It took you to stressful places. It took you to exciting places. That scene where the flaming guy is walking at you and it cuts to a meme is all over the internet. I don't know. I feel like Resident Evil games are notoriously good for replay value, and this one doesn't quite have it like the rest of them do.
I can see that unless you were going for like just to replay it on a different difficulty, but
yeah,
just to go back and play it for the sake of going back and playing it, I understand.
Because I have multiple playthroughs, Resident Evil 4. Multiple playthroughs of 5 and even 6. I enjoyed the hell out of 6. I don't care what anybody says. On the older ones, now that I have them, I am making multiple playthroughs on them, so I'm very happy.
Mm-hmm. And like I understand what you say with 5 and 6, and they're on the list. So I'll save those for when we get there. That set them apart from this. But I'm down to put in a high freaking solid, if that's the case, because I do understand where you're coming from.
I don't know. Like I'm torn because I respect a game that can tell a good story, and that one told a fucking legendary story. If we're being honest. We'll throw it in goated. Maybe we'll bump it down on goated later down the line.
All right. All right. Now, Call of Duty Cold War. I am gonna just simply say, and this is biased to me. I'm gonna say it sucked. All
Really,
because
because
hmm?
really. Oh, go ahead.
Because when the game first dropped and we were able to actually play the zombies mode, I'm talking every single time when we get the first gate open to actually go explore more of the map and do shit. My game would always freeze and then crash me back to home screen without fail. I could not play this game, and I tried multiple times. I thought it was maybe a software issue. I tried again on my new Xbox. I still could not get past the first gate without the game crashing and sending me back to home screen.
Okay, because the opinion I got from most people is the only saving grace of Cold War was the zombies, and it was kind of like good. It wasn't like the copyright next to it where people would literally be having to change their pants if that boot up screen started.
That can be said a lot for a lot of Call of Duty games, if they have a zombies mode, that is, Treyarch.
Okay.
But a lot of people's saving grace, or maybe not even saving grace, just their favorite part of that game is the zombie mode. People love zombies in Call of Duty. It's still played to this day.
Yeah. Okay, so is this going to be our first sucks of the evening?
I'm down to either put it in these suck or an why not? Because again, I'm very biased in this one.
I'll call it a weak link in the chain for my personal taste. I got over Cold War in like a week and a half.
So, sucks or why not?
I'd throw it in these suck.
Right.
It feels bad. Feels bad, but we got to put it there.
Feels bad. Now the very next one, Call of Duty Black Ops 1. I don't have too many standout memories of this one, but this is one of the games that got people into zombies. Like, I know it started right here at World at War, but
yeah,
I know Black Ops is what set it apart, because I remember after you finished the campaign, it automatically threw you into a zombies map where you're you and your 4 friends are one of the presidents, and even still this day,
they're breaking in. Calm down, Nick.
And I'm not one of those types of zombie players where I know what to do to unlock all these Easter eggs or get the power-ups. Especially in this game, I was just straight up going to the wall, buying a gun, and then just surviving as long as I can. Going back to the wall, buying ammo, and surviving as long as I can. Until I realized this wall gun is not doing anything to these zombies. So I was completely clueless, but I was still having fun.
Okay. I'm gonna say it's a little higher up for me because it's where a lot of people really got into it. But the political cameos, the difficulty jump in the map from the previous game, and the fact that it changed it up with like new zombie types and new tricks you did have to learn. I want to say it was goated because it was the gateway transition from this weird niche thing nobody's ever heard of to this cultural phenomenon.
And I can honestly respectfully put it in goated because once again, I know how iconic zombies is for people. People love
we have a note
to play
from
zombies.
The editor.
We have a note from the editor. What did he say?
It says the Easter egg songs were the best out of all the games. Fight me.
Again, I'm down to put it in goated because again, I respect how, I don't want to use the term cult, but how massive still to this day the fan base is for even something simple as just this game, not to mention the upcoming ones.
Exactly. Let's throw that one in goated, man. We might move. I'm happy with it there.
Yeah, me too.
And actually, a clarifying point for the people here because I forgot to do it earlier. Yes, these aren't purely zombies games, but they are some of the biggest zombies icons in the gaming industry. So we're including them.
Yes.
If you don't like it, Go watch another tier list of tools who are going to tell you this is the greatest zombie game ever because it's in the $8.99 Steam.
Don't care.
Don't care. Talking about what we played.
Now, Black Ops 2, and this is where I was conflicting with Black Ops 1, because Black Ops 1 is where a lot of people will say they got their start. But I think Black Ops 2 is where Treyarch perfected zombies mode. Even though I don't remember names of the match specifically, but that underground, like Western world with the big, with that big dude that you can give candy to, and he'll just run a straight line and break open doors. Transit was, honestly, it was the most confusing map for me at the time because I'm also a numpty. But I loved playing zombies on Black Ops 2's maps.
Transit is literally a fever dream I still have. I still wake up looking around the bus station. I downloaded the mod for Bone Labs so I could play the Transit map in VR. I'm sold, bro. It is a part of my identity at this point, and I hate to be that COD kid, but Black Ops 2 is where it was at.
And even though we're supposed to be talking about zombies, I think with the zombies on top of this game, Black Ops 2, at the time, this game was perfect. COD itself, the story mode was gripping as it as a whole. Multiplayer was sick. All the maps were sick. The guns were amazing. The pick 10 system was solid, and then to boot, it had a solid zombies aspect to it. What? You're hitting us with this right now? Okay.
No, for real, that is some real shit right there.
Yes.
I need to sit down and change my camo pants.
Hello, Gecko.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a random Siegeland who's joined the call.
Hey, almost just died. How we doing?
Good. What's bonking?
You know, we're bonking.
All right. The next up on this list is Black Ops 3. I will tell you right now, I did not play zombies on this, and if I did, I don't remember. No, I did. I played Durais, and then that one where you can get different element bows and arrows.
Oh yeah, that was that game, huh?
Honest opinion, I thought it was kind of mid.
Oh, incredibly.
Yeah. Outside of those maps, especially once you were able to pack a punch, a sniper rifle, and a
oh yeah, it was game over after that.
like a sniper rifle, especially when you got the Dracon and an LMG, and then you stood on the walkway on Durais, you weren't dying. Sorry, unless you really wanted to do all the Easter eggs to get Deadshot Daiquiri and the Annihilator. Nah, we're living forever now.
It turned into hold my Mountain Dew. I'm gonna start shooting the zombies.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
Hey,
so I'll put this.
A first COD in the why not category. Let's go.
We're gonna rattle some feathers with that one, boys. So get ready.
Already did. Another note from the editor. Put the PC map maker though. None of us had PCs, bro.
Yeah,
you were the only one who did at the time, so we don't know.
Mr. Editor, sir,
Right,
as much as I agree with you, in the fact that ever since they released this game for PC and you can have modded maps, which I've spoke about on our podcast before. Base game though, it goes here. If we were to do another tier list where we include the modded maps, easily this ascends to a high freaking solid.
Oh yeah.
Base game, it's here though. And now, Black Ops 4. If I played zombies, I don't fucking remember.
I'm gonna tell you, not fun.
I actively avoided it like the plague.
The most that I did for this was when this was a blessing and a curse, but when I was playing the Battle Royale, Blackout, as much as I loved Blackout, it turned into people just going around doing missions to get the custom skins for characters, and a lot of them required you to go to the graveyard site where you would face hordes of zombies.
Mm-hmm.
You would see teams of like 20 people whom are supposed to be slaughtering one another, going at zombies just because they want to get Richtofen. So zombies in that aspect, sure.
That's how that worked in that game, huh?
Yeah, because there's like 20 different skins that you can get, Actually, no, I think there was more, and they all had missions tied to them, and you had to go find the mission starts in the map itself.
Yeah, no.
So, I'm personally gonna put it in. These suck.
I agree. Yeah.
Send it.
And now, Advanced Warfare. This one is. Oh, wait, hold on. Is that Advanced Warfare or Infinite Warfare? That's Advanced.
Advanced Warfare.
Okay. Sorry, the text is kind of small. I will go on a limb here and say I thought this was pretty good. I know Advanced Warfare catches a lot of hell and has a bad rep for, you know, the advanced movement system. I dug it though, because up until this point, a lot of people were saying we want something different in COD. Advanced Warfare was, hey, here's different. And I thought the zombie aspect was cool of, hey, so now there's shock zombies that'll do electrical damage to you. Some of them also have exosuits, and they can maneuver just like you can. That's exploding dogs.
That's cool and all, but this is the exact game I stopped playing Call of Duty because I just couldn't care anymore. I really couldn't.
Oh. I thought because it was a clear Titanfall knockoff, and Frontier Defense did everything zombies did, but 5 times better.
Yeah, 100% true.
Understandable.
Resident Titanfall fanboys. They've been spotted.
Well, we also have to remember they were like Titanfall, Respawn. They were a bunch of fired workers from Infinity Ward, and Infinity Ward. This was the next game that came out, so Titanfall had already been out for, I want to say, a year before Advanced Warfare came out.
And they still didn't get the movement right. It was under garbage. Bite me, DJ.
I know. I thought the movie was okay. The only hard part was, and especially watching some of the CDL tournaments where you have 2 guys both holding snipers because they're sniper mates, and all they're doing is just jumping up and down, one on each side of a building, trying to catch the other one lacking. I'm like, okay, yeah, we're gonna be here for a while. We're gonna be here for a long while. But 2-1, you guys said that this is the game that made you stop COD.
Yeah.
No, I just didn't even play it. I saw that it was coming out, and like Mikey said, it looked like a Titanfall knockoff. So I'm like, yeah, I think I'm done. I'm done now.
It's like, I'm done. I quit. I retire. Because I'm gonna put this in. Why not? I don't want to put it in these in these suck because I did have fun with it, but I will if you guys agree to it.
Do you, man? This is between you and Mikey. I have no way in here.
DG, you're the one who's actually played it, so make the decision. I'm just not a fan of it.
I'll put it in. Why not? This is one of those games to where I wouldn't mind going back to it, but I have to have the team that I went through with it with, because if I were to play this with anybody else, I would not have nearly as much fun. Because that's all that is a good defining moment when it came to zombies of who you're playing with. Because I have friends that I was playing with where we're just kind of memeing the entire thing. I have friends that I would play with where they want to get every Easter egg now before mom brings out the sandwiches.
Sorry, that sentence just took me back to a different day and age.
Yeah,
when life was simple and we still had ice caps.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was my dryer.
Got flavor blasted into the past. That's crazy.
Got lost on the island of spice.
Seriously.
Alright, the next up is Call of Duty Cold War, where it all began. The sickness that is this zombies game mode. I think it goes into GOATed just off of that 100%. Aspect.
I was waiting to see what you said. No, 100%.
I think that game goes into GOATed off of the sheer quality of everything about it. The build, the map design, the innovative gameplay. That's all just in the zombies part of it, not even the rest of the game. Let alone it's one of the greatest historical shooters to ever exist.
And it was the last. I believe this was the last Call of Duty based off of an actual war.
Hopefully, if Advanced Warfare comes true in the next couple of years, I'm shocked.
That was manifesting if that's the case.
Too topical of a joke for our channel? I'll back off.
Us? Never.
Alright, next up on the docket is Resident Evil Code Veronica. I will admit, This is one of the very few Resident Evil games I have never played.
I played it when I was like 6, so Mikey.
I love it. I just got a new copy of it. I'm eager to get back into it. It is stagnant. It is very on the rails, but it was excellent storytelling for the day and age. Would I put it at goated? The editor's note. So good with that accent. Would I put it at goated? That's a tough call because everybody who I know would, but for some reason it's just not my favorite Resident Evil game.
I think Code Veronica was the game that everybody's played, but it will never be in anybody's Resident Evil top 5, but they've played it.
No, I know a lot of people would put it in top 3, actually. I think it was because if it had come out later in life and it had a little more interactability and the technology was there, it would probably be one of the most goated titles of any video game. But maybe because it was too soon in the series, like too soon in the years, yeah, I'd put it as solid. It is a very good game.
Okay. Oh no, it's Operation Raccoon City that people thought was garbage.
Yeah, that one wasn't. We don't want to talk about that one today. Editor's note. Yep.
All right. Next up is Days Gone. This is a game that I have not played, but I've seen a lot of gameplay of and watched a lot of critique videos. Though a solid game, I hear a constant stream of this game is slow.
Okay. I want to give this one points for being truly innovative because it was very different. It is a unique experience, but it's not going to be your, and not to name drop one of the other titles on here, it's not going to be your Dead Space where people are going to talk about it forever. You're going to play it, you're going to enjoy it, and then you move on to the next thing.
Mm-hmm.
I would put this one in the why not because I can't say anything about it, but it didn't blow me away like it promised to. Like, with all the hype and all the marketing, I expected that thing to blow my balls clean off my body. Didn't.
All right, Days Gone, and why not? So did you say why not or solid?
No, why not?
Okay. All right, next up, Daisy.
I didn't get into this one.
Neither did I.
I didn't either. I tried. It just wasn't for me. However, it has carried, at least the early days, has carried quite the legacy.
It's still played to this day.
Oh, yeah.
It has the legacy there, but since this is NoSkill and not everybody's opinion, we don't care for it. If you love this game, please let us know down below. Like, what about this game makes you want to play it and go back to it? Because this game, I can admit, has a very long-lasting life. I don't see it dying anytime soon.
No, yeah, I'm genuinely curious as to what the people that really enjoy it, like, really enjoy about it. Because I didn't get it, whatever it was.
So,
Same.
I won't disrespect it by saying it sucks. I will put it in never played, because everybody else's experience, from what I'm hearing, the fact that I still see the likes of Dr. Disrespect and all them streaming it on their platform every now and again, like,
which is kind of crazy when you think about it.
People still rock this game? Okay.
Yeah.
You get a golf clap. All right. Next up, Dead Island 1.
Unpopular opinion.
Go ahead.
I fucking love this game.
So do I.
Thank you.
Voodoo, you voodoo bitch, is all I have to say.
It blew my mind when I started learning that people didn't like this game.
Like, I get it. It was choppy, and like the movement system was weird, especially if you were playing with people. Watching somebody, what was her name, Shin? Watching her jump in the air was the most hilarious thing ever. She didn't jump; she would just tuck her legs in and then put them back down.
And let's be entirely honest, and this is also a really stupid statement. If you're playing a zombie game, are you really expecting a serious experience?
Not just any zombie.
It seems counterproductive, right?
I'll counter argue that. I think it delivered on the seriousness of the game very well because it didn't have the hype background metalcore music. It didn't have this marketing that said it was going to be a full adrenaline rush. It said get ready for a zombie experience, and that's what you got. You found supplies, you built
Oh
gear,
yeah. No,
you teamed
gameplay
up.
wise, yeah. No, I get that. I meant like DJ was saying, like when you played with people, it was hilarious.
Guys, come on. How many good 4-player co-op games other than Borderlands were out in that era?
Yeah, fair, I guess. Maybe that was the benchmark people were comparing it to. Because, like I said, it blew my mind that when I learned people didn't like this game. I think it's one of the best games ever.
Those people eat lead
to this
paint.
day.
Yeah,
Shout
same.
out Nate.
Trust
You
me,
a bitch, but like we play this shit.
Trust me, I still have the games downloaded on my Xbox, and I want to go back to them so badly.
Oh, I need to get a new one, and when I do, DJ, we're hitting this up.
Because I still love also the meme aspect that came out of this. The whole,
100%.
well, Ed Kraken with this whole Sam B only knows one letter, and that's gas pedal. Then also how each character had a certain skill set, and you went way left out of that skill set. Like Shen is a sharp weapons expert, and she's holding a sledgehammer. Sam B is a blunt weapons expert, and he's holding sickles. Like
I'm also the only person in the world I've ever met that used Parna, the gun specialist.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sam B was the only way to go.
That's because Sam B was overpowered as shit. Also, editor's note: he said game was so much fun. He and DJ played it so much.
Yeah.
And it's fantastic. It's not a game you hop in, you're like, oh, what a great zombie game. You're like, man, what a great game.
All right, and now this one's going to G, right? Like,
oh, 100%.
There
If
we
it's
go.
not, I'm leaving.
All right. Next up, and I know Mikey is probably like tapping his foot like viciously right now.
Fucking same.
Dead Rising.
Another go. I still remember. You know how young I was when this game came out, DJ? I don't know, but I do remember that I was young enough to still be writing letters to Santa. And I asked for this.
And verify.
That's
because
how
my
fucking young
parents
I
were
was
like,
when this shit
we're
came
not
out.
getting that for him. And I'm like, sucks, losers. I'm
And
getting
you're
that.
like, well, here's the thing about that.
Get bent.
You're not getting it. Santa's getting it for him.
No, remember, we bought what was the old Xbox, the silver cases, the greatest hits
Greatest
thing?
hits, yeah.
Yeah, we bought a Target greatest hits one we found for $20 back in the day with our Christmas money.
Damn.
Let's go.
When we still had a Target in our town.
So cool. Such good times. I still to this day watch videos about this game. Like, shout out to a creator I know called Steepo. DJ, to this day, he still makes videos about Dead Rising. Like, going into the code, like, going into the debug menu, finding shit that it's like never seen the light of day. Playtesting builds through every step of development. Like, the Gamescom, or not Gamescom, Game Show, Games Expo, one of those builds from like 2006 or whatever. Like, it's so cool to watch. It really is. Just to like have a literal history of this game's development throughout the years. It's so cool. Also, fun fact, the red car has a fucking Subaru engine in it. Just throwing that out there. Yeah, what's up?
So before we absolutely lord dump on Dead Rising, you guys mind if we bring in a special guest?
Fucking let's do it. I hopped in. Who gives a fuck?
Special guest, go ahead.
All right, let me see if I can get him in here.
All right, while that happens, like legit.
Do we have to invite him into this channel?
No, he's here.
Hello?
Oh, there he is,
Hello?
my boy.
What's up, boys and girls? Bunch of boys. I don't know.
How we doing? Introduce yourself to the folks.
What's up, everybody? I'm Chappa. I've been around a couple times. Hung out.
Cool guy.
Cool guy. I pop in as special appearances, and I'm gone.
Same. I haven't been on
Leaves.
this channel in like a year. And I'm a part of it.
All I saw was like map maker, and I was just like, it's funny you talk about that because I'm thinking about trying to like look into D&D map maker stuff, and it's just like, what's going on here?
No, just wing it. Just do what I do. Wing it.
It's just
We
It's just
have
fun.
maps. Use them.
Nah.
We have physical map. You know, we're not doing this.
Nah.
We're doing this
We're
on the
not
game
doing
tier list.
That's way too much effort. Anyways, back to Dead Rising. Chappa, how do you feel about the first Dead Rising game?
You know what? I was literally thinking about that game. I was like, what's the game called? Where they're stuck in the mall.
And there's a bunch of dead. They're on the Rising Mall.
The
What's
the
this
first
again?
the first one was really good. I liked it.
Oh, fantastic.
I think it was so enjoyable because it's just like it just was fun. Like there's nothing else about it. It was just fun.
Oh, it was. It's one of the first zombie games, in my opinion, that really made an actually good and serious story also fun and enjoyable. The antithesis of Dead Island.
Exactly.
But both done so well in their own perspectives, in my opinion.
And everybody loves Frank West. He's a character
Yeah.
people can
He's
get
covered
behind.
wars, you know.
He's covered wars, you know. Once I unlock Infinity mode again, I'm gonna start streaming Infinity runs and see if I can just make it the full 8 hours.
That'd be so sick.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
so down to see that.
I've done it in the past. I just a little out of practice.
Yeah, that is true. I remember fucking us two just staying up for like days on end playing Infinity mode as long as we possibly could.
And now that I know you have to actively grind the bosses to survive longer.
Yeah, that would have been nice to know, right?
I didn't know that the health items slowly started despawning over time. That was good to find out.
That was really hard to learn as like a 7-year-old kid, and you're just like, what the fuck?
Seriously.
That's
Like all the things we wish we knew back then, right?
Yeah.
Don't worry, we can do it now that I'm 30 and not make it weird on Twitch.
Well,
We're throwing that goated, right?
Yes, sir.
fucking better.
It's just Dead Rising. My first time playing Dead Rising, because again, I'm stupid. I was just like, okay, so I just have to survive until the morning, and then the chopper will come and get me. Okay, I can live that long. I'm just gonna go bunker down somewhere and kill shit. And I was wondering why, no matter how much I was like eliminating zombies, I'm like, why are there more of you?
It never ends.
I've murdered at
Yeah.
least a small quiet mountain town somewhere. How many people are in this damn thing?
Well, that's the other thing I loved about it. It kept track for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And if you can defeat the entire population, you get the Mega Buster and an achievement.
Yes, sir.
It's true.
All right, now
Very true.
we're gonna mix this up a little bit because they put it out of order. So, Lem.
Fair enough.
Okay. Dead Space.
I was too young for these to come out, and I was scared, so I'm out for these 3.
Did he actually disconnect? Oh,
Oh, the Choppa
What
leave?
happened?
No, I'm here.
Okay.
So I'm gonna be real. I stopped playing it because I was too scared. Back then.
back then.
Yeah.
So like 2009, right?
Yes.
I played like in 2009. So like, yeah, I like got on the Xbox. I'm like, you know what? Everybody's talking about this game. It's not that scary. It's a video game. I'll be fine. Lights off. Me right here. Got to chapter 3, and I'm just like, okay, all right, we're done here. We're done here.
Like, never mind. I understand,
Never mind.
sir. But yeah, like I give credit to Dead Space, especially Dead Space 1, because it was the first game in a very long time. It was, for a lot of people, genuinely terrifying. From the sound cues, the monsters themselves that are looking at you, the fact that also they're hard to kill. You have limited ammo, and you don't want to go near anything that looks dead because it's probably not.
Exactly.
That's one funny. It's funny you mentioned that. That's one thing I learned about the remake actually, is that like someone was just walking around admiring the scenery, and you noticed Isaac was looking in a specific direction. He's like, "What the fuck?" And he looks in that direction, and there's like a body of corpses, and the one Isaac is looking at is one that's alive. So that's a funny little tidbit of just AI being weird.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert: one of those bodies is not like the other.
Like, I say Dead
One of
Space.
these things doesn't belong here.
One of these things
One of
is
these
fucking
things is
alive.
Abomination.
Okay, Paladin.
Like, I say Dead
Hey,
Space.
Resident Paladin.
I say Dead Space goes into goated just because, again, it was a horror
It's got a
game
legacy, yeah.
unlike any other.
Oh yeah,
It is the standard.
Oh yeah.
I would
I
say
mean-
that's fair.
People still try to replicate it, and they just can't.
Seriously.
No, all I can do is just remaster it. All right, and
Exactly.
this is where I fall off because I have not played 2 or 3, so I'll leave this amongst y'all. Dead Space 2 is up next on the docket. Who wants to
I'm
go?
going to categorize both of them because they both suffer from the same problem.
Uh-oh.
They're good, but they try to take things in too much of an action direction to be as scary as Dead Space.
So they turned into an action game.
Not 100%. They get what I call the fear effect, where Fear 1 will frighten your testicles inside of your body, and it'll stay like that for a few days. But Fear 2 and 3, you're like arcade shooter, a little bit more COD, a little less fear, and it's still a good horror game. But
Okay.
it doesn't quite have the same bite as the original.
It's like House of the Dead, you know?
Okay.
I don't know. I kind of love House of the Dead 4.
Yeah, but House of the Dead's good,
Same.
you know?
Everybody wants to talk about House of the Dead, but not Type of the Dead. God damn.
Oof.
No. Typing of the Dead Overkill is on my
Don't you
Steam
hit
wish
me
list
with that
right
shit.
now.
No. Original Typing of the Dead. One of the
No,
best
but
games
that
ever
one
made.
doesn't have sexual Tyrannosaurus.
No, but you know what it does have? The
What?
Dreamcast.
I still can't believe we went to SAC Anime one year and they had the Dreamcast with the keyboard typing of the Dead.
DJ, you best believe I was at that table for like 2 fucking hours.
Oh yeah, I don't
I
doubt
beat
it.
the game.
You and our cousin,
So good. Who'd we go with that year?
E-Dog.
Yeah, you're right.
All right, so we got to bring it back. So Dead Space 2, would you guys say it's a freaking solid or why not?
Solid.
All right. And now the reason I know you said you can categorize both of these. The only thing that I want to ask is, would the categorizing or the categorization of Dead Space 3 change at all since they made it co-op? Do you think that made the game better or worse?
The co-op made it more fun, but it definitely made it less scary.
Because you had a pal.
Exactly. And that's one of the things I don't like about doing horror tabletop settings. If you have a table of 4 people, it's hard to scare them. And it's hard to set the same kind of tone as just one person in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Yeah.
So
maybe like, why not?
because I was about to
I'd
say,
still
so
put it at solid, but for different reasons.
like it didn't ruin the gameplay, it made the gameplay better, but it took away the horror aspect.
Yeah, that one was really arcade COD shooter and less
Understandable.
Dead Space.
Understandable. All right, we'll go solid right here. And then next up, I believe this is supposed to be Dying Light.
Is that Dying Light
Never
2?
Played it. I do
I
believe
thought that was
is
World
Dying
War
Light
Z.
2.
If that's Dying Light 2, I haven't played it, but we can class it as Dying Light 1. Oh, never mind. Dying Light 1 is right here.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, I believe that's Dying Light 2. If I'm
Okay.
not mistaken.
Yeah, I never played this, and I heard
Yeah,
I heard
Dying Light franchise.
I heard horrible things about it.
Never played it.
The hype was there, the delivery was not. All right.
Oh, we know where it's going. You want to grab the other Dying Light since it's right there?
I loved this game.
I
That's why
hear nothing but good things about it.
I loved this fucking game, especially when I would get some random dude spawning into my world and he would just drop me top tier weapons and I was just, completely bulletproof the entire time.
I was to say, I've heard nothing but good things about the first game.
This, you know what, we'll class this before we go into the Dead Rising, because I know you guys are gonna rip again. This game is what Dead Island was supposed to be. That's what everybody says. Is Dying Light is what Dead Island was supposed to be.
But
Yeah.
I think Dead Island's perfect as it is.
I think Dead Island is perfect as it is. It, like, from the gameplay to the meme aspect of it, I thought this game was great. I loved the parkour. I loved the story. I loved the enemies and how they scaled in difficulty. I loved the puzzles that you would have to solve to get into certain spaces. But I would only put it in a solid because it was a huge game. Like, the map itself was massive. I love the night aspect, though, like the night crawlers who run fast, and the only way to deter them is if you have a fully charged blacklight to make them pause for 3 seconds. They incorporated multiplayer, but ultimately, story base, the game took forever. Like, it took forever. You would have all these side quests that would randomly pop up, and it wasn't even a side quest, it was some dude trying to sell you shit by getting your attention. But around the time, this is when DJ was a huge achievement hunter, and I'm like, I gotta do every single side quest. What does this guy want? He wants to sell me F-tier weapons. Never mind. You're lucky I can't kill you. So I would put this in a freaking solid, because I did thoroughly enjoy this game.
Go for it.
Go for it.
And now, back to the folks with Dead Rising 2. I did not play Dead Rising 2.
I still liked it. I didn't think it was as good, but I still think it was a phenomenal game.
I think it's like one of those games you just like play it, just enjoy it, you know, like kill some
you can
time, kill some
1,000 hours,
zombies.
yeah.
Yeah, like it's just like a, but there's nothing like scary about it,
Okay.
you know. It's just like
It didn't have the same feel, no.
no, I didn't. And
did
it was
not.
just, it was fun. Like it was just like one of those. It's kind of like Fable for me, where like once you beat it, you can just go back and just do stupid
Yeah.
shit that you didn't know,
Okay.
and just like troll shit.
Parkouring up
it-
to the hot air balloon was one of the like most fun things you can do after you've done everything else. So it's just such a weird sentence to say, but I know
Yeah.
exactly how to get up there still.
As soon as you said that sentence, I was like, parkouring into a what?
There's like a hot air balloon above one section of like a plaza, and game never mentions it. If you look up, you might happen to see it, and if you do, you'll notice, hey, there's some ledges nearby.
So, I'm gonna make this argument. It did have multiplayer and co-op, and there's
Yeah.
something so satisfying about casino, a Vegas as casino, and taking chances. That is a blast.
Yeah.
Especially that one that looks like Stockton, and I know you know which one I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do.
Stockton. There's one that looks like Stockton.
Believe it or not, someone looked upon their firstborn son and said, "You're Stockton."
Jesus.
Christ.
So I'd call this one solid. I gotta admit it's not goated, but
yeah, I would agree.
It's solid. It's solid game.
Okay. And I believe this is Dead Rising 3.
it is with Nick instead of Frank West
And-
or Green. I can't remember his name.
Oh, green.
Chuck Green. Thank
I
you.
got you. Again, I like this game. I think it's great.
I
I've been
kinda
thinking about
love it.
a lot lately.
This game was one of the early launches for Xbox One too.
Mm-hmm.
Yup.
Yep.
I feel
And
like
it
lived up to a
handles-
good one.
It handles a massive amount of enemies on screen in a very big open.
And it loads really well too.
Mhm.
Huh.
Okay.
And they made guns fun to use.
Oh,
You had a
yeah.
reason to use guns.
I,
The other games didn't have that.
I loved crafting in this game. I felt like it was so much better.
Especially with vehicle crafting. So you had
Yeah.
fun getting from place to place. It wasn't a slog fest trying to get through LA traffic with zombies.
Yeah, that was true.
And the bosses were legit. I feel like the bosses in this one outshine the bosses. Sure.
I don't know if I'd agree with that, but I.
You didn't like
see where
Mrs.
you're coming from.
Gigantic?
Her name's Jerry.
She's the sin of pride, and I'll refer to her as nothing less.
Jesus.
Oh,
What?
wait,
Okay, so the bosses
wait,
in
do
that game are
do you
based
mean
on
the
the seven
lifter
deadly.
or the other one?
The lifter.
Yeah, her name is Jerry.
Oh, I didn't know that was her name. I know she wanted to be Mrs. Gigantic, so I respected her decision and life
I
choice.
thought it was Mrs. Olympia.
No, it was Gigantic because Olympia's copyright.
Ah.
I
fair,
just
yeah,
don't
her
need her
name's
throwing
Jerry.
barbells at me, trying to have a pleasant conversation.
Fair. But no, I only remember that because she's just flexing into the mirror going, Jerry. And then Nick just walks up to her and starts doing the same thing and just acting like it's totally normal, like trying to have a conversation with her.
I have a feeling that's where
Nick tried, man. He tried his best.
He did for about 10 seconds.
Nick had more people skills than Frank and Chuck combined.
You know, when you've covered wars, you come out a little weird.
that Jerry.
Harry, that's gonna be a thing now.
I think that's where that the Vine originated from. Was the guy just going, Jerry, I want you to fuck me, Jerry, fuck me.
Could not tell you.
I could not tell you, but I don't think that's right.
Yeah,
God.
Coincidence.
Can we throw it in solid and get off of this?
Yes.
Dream?
All right,
I agree.
and I'm assuming this is Dead Rising 4.
Yes,
It is.
and
I
for
did not
about
play
5
this
minutes.
one outside of I know it. I don't know if it was like a mod or something, but it seemed like very arcadey. Like the zombies
was.
had weird
That
Lego
was the
heads,
online multiplayer.
and then there was mini golf mode that I played briefly at a
That
buddy's
was a
house.
DLC.
that was
I
the best part
never played the fourth one. I only played the first two.
of it. Guys, this one breaks my heart so bad.
I watched Mikey's actual fucking soul crack when he tried to load this game. He's like, Adrian, trust me, it's not that bad.
No,
It's,
no,
let
no,
me
no.
show you. And he tried to start the game and his file was corrupted.
No. Yeah, so what happened was I got to the 60%. I got to a boss battle. I cleared it, and the game corrupted, and I could not reprogress. I actually deleted that save file, went back, and I could not complete the game.
Damn.
It was riddled with so many issues and known bugs. It was under development for what, less than.
It's definitely
Dude.
like less than a year. There was a video essay I saw where someone did the math and they're like, yeah, there's no way this game was made in more than a year. There's no way.
Dude, hearing corrupted file just reminds me when you would lose your save in PS2, you'd go into your memory card and you would just see that blue cube of disappointment.
No, not even the blue cube. Like when they actually had the animated like little avatars and they would be all fucked up. You remember that? Where they'd get
Yes.
sad.
Yes.
Oh my god, I just got PTSD. Oh my
Same.
god.
You guys are bumming me out. Can we
Alright.
throw it in the sucks and move on?
Oh, yeah.
All
Can we
right.
just throw it in?
Sad now.
Like, can we just throw it in the bad bin and move? I want to be happy. Serotonin. The evil within.
Anyways, once again,
Oh.
too young. I was scared.
I thought this was a solid game. I will say, not nearly as, like, Dead Space scary. I'm sorry, Dead Space scary, but for the time being, especially since this was still very early on in Xbox One's life, it got the job done.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about this game.
Yeah,
I thought better of
the game is great.
It's hilarious that like I was so young when this game came out that I was just like too scared to play it. But it's hilarious that now I'm older. This is exactly my type of fucking horror and storytelling. Even as Mikey, this is literally like the exact thing I love.
It's like I used to be
Oh,
afraid
it
of this,
is.
but now I embrace the fucked up.
Oh yeah,
Dude,
no,
I-
like for real. DJ, I quite literally have 3 books on my desk within arm's reach of me. I'm touching them as we speak. That are written by Clive Barker, the dude who did Jericho and
Ooh.
Hellraiser and everything.
Oh
like
no,
that.
I love Clive Barker.
Hellbound Heart. I'm literally touching 3 of his books
That's-
right now.
that's
That's how much
sick.
I love this kind of shit.
Oh.
Never played it.
I think this game is absolutely amazing for the time of when it was released, because again, it's still very early on in Xbox One's life. I would throw this in a goated, below Dead Space, but above Dead Island.
I am going to agree because it played like RE4. It told an amazing story. And for the time, the graphics were stunning.
I think it
Where
still
were you?
looks good. It has that
And the
grainy, like storytelling horror you want.
Yeah.
And the character design, next level.
Oh, flawless. Absolutely flawless.
Now, what about the second game?
Never played it. It was on Game Pass, and I had it downloaded until they took it off.
Oh,
I think I
Okay,
did
so
the exact same thing.
second game is just as good, but they definitely went really heavy in the world building, so it had a slower pace.
Okay.
They wanted you to understand why all this crazy stuff's happening, who these people are, and why they have PTSD. Like, they wanted every detail.
Don't care. Let me
So-
set dead bodies on fire.
Yeah.
Just set the dead bodies on fire and move on.
Oh, I did play this game actually. The moment you said that, that reminded me. I did play this game. I got about halfway through before, like DJ said, they removed it from the Game Pass, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not playing this.
Mm-hmm. That's
I'd call it solid. It was
It was
good.
solid,
Don't get me wrong.
yeah.
It was
It was
great, but it just the pacing was. And
is
when you're
that
telling
Plants
horror,
vs Zombie
I
right
was
there?
just about
It
to
is.
get into
Yeah,
it.
what the fuck?
Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare. This game ascended from a mobile game to a full-fledged AAA release PlayStation and Xbox game. I love this game, but I will say right now, this game does not belong in GOATed. This is a glorified time killer.
Why not?
fair.
This game is
Yeah.
funny. This game is goofy. You can have some fun with your friends. You can have fun playing it by yourself, but this is by no means up here.
Yeah. Nah. Why not? I think that's
Everyone I
would
went
be
to high school with who said you're a quirky gamer because you play Plants vs Zombies get bent.
it. Is that the first Half-Life or the second one?
The very first Half-Life.
Oh
The
God.
orange box.
I'm too young for this shit.
I never. I'm not young enough for it, but I never played it. I
Half-Life,
haven't even finished 2, dude.
the storyline, like encompassing all of Half-Life is very deep, and I appreciate it. And I think it's because I didn't really care for lore or story. All I saw is this is a first person shooter. I want to go pew pew. I didn't really pay attention to the story in this game, but I thought the game was solid because they managed to mix. Hey, this is a first person shooter, and it's also a puzzle game.
Yeah. So I mean, I just think Half-Life in general is just a solid series.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even to this day, it's been like Annex came out like what 4 years ago now, and it's still like $70.
Yes. The beacon is lit.
And then you have what's it? Half-Life Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one where the meme that your brother put in of the beacon is lit. You just hear Caramel Dancing playing.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen.
I'd
that.
say freaking solid then.
I'd put it in solid.
Yeah.
And DJ, do you think G-Man is real?
No.
No.
So,
Okay.
but he is an alien.
What game is
Wake
that?
up. Killing Floor.
This is Killing Floor.
Oh, that's the first one?
No, I'm sorry. No, this is Killing Floor 2.
That's
this
the
is
second one.
This is Killing Floor 1.
Oh, okay.
I never played
Never
Killing
played
Floor
either.
1. I was finally shoved into Killing Floor 2.
I didn't play either because I was too busy working.
I didn't play either as well.
I tried to play Killing Floor 1, but my buddy's PC was not up to the task.
Never played. Got it.
Happens.
Killing Floor 2. I think this game is great. I really want to keep playing it. It's just hard to play it by yourself. I'd like to do it with a full group of people because this game is actually really fun. I love the themes that you can do, especially come Christmas time. You can kill Krampus. I love the soundtrack. The OST is amazing. The fact that I can go from listening to As I Lay Dying to Demon Hunter is fucking amazing. It's very rare that I get to hear a video game OST and it's nothing but heavy metal. And I'm here for it.
Licensed heavy metal.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy the hell out of the game. I think it is cool. I like the customization. I love that I can be a cowboy. And if I get bored of it, we have medic. But man, I'd put it as solid. I don't think I could, in my heart, give it goated.
I completely agree. But I will put it over here, put you right there. Know your place. All right. And I think we can sum up both of these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like this is an easy dub.
Yeah.
Yep.
Das Goats.
If you need an explanation, get the fuck out of here.
Dark Carnival is.
Shoot the clowns in the head.
No,
And
Just
have a ball.
do things.
Ding
Just
'em.
do things.
Like the best way I can explain this game is go and play it. And if you have a PC that can handle it, play it on PC because
With mods.
I was just
With
about
mods.
to say. I was about to say the biggest
We need to
reason
figure
is
that out,
one
by the
word:
way. We need to do
mods.
Oh yeah.
Big
All
Cat
right, get
says
this
baseball
beta
bat.
shit off me. Come on, Novjovsky.
Sanic as Rochelle, dude. I was like, dude, this is fantastic.
The Doomslayer. It feels so satisfying. Chainsaw.
Ooh, okay.
Oh my god.
All right, boys, let's get canceled today.
Oh, here we go.
Yes. All right. Time to get canceled. I will start. Last of
Okay.
Us. Good game. Over fucking rated. Over fucking hyped.
What?
Topic
I
counter.
oh my god.
Proceed.
Yeah, no, this game is amazing. What do you mean?
I think it's a great game. I've watched gameplay of it, but this is around the time when I was debating on if I want to get an Xbox One or a PS4, and one of my buddies, I was actually down in Texas for a convention, and he was just like, "No, I'm sorry, I already had an Xbox One, and this game was about to come out." And I said, there's no games that I would want to play on a PlayStation that I can't already play on Xbox. And this man, full chest, said, this game alone is worth the $500 console.
Okay, I disagree with that. I don't think it's worth
Same.
the $500 console. I think there's other PlayStation 4 titles that were just as good or had like standalones. For example, Final Fantasy 15, Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yes.
Back when they announced them, like that's the only reason I bought a PS4. And luckily enough, when I got mine, I got the remake version or that HD remake version of Last of Us, installed it.
Yeah.
What makes the game fun is one, the story is so well written. Like, you feel like you're in the world. You connect to the characters. Like, and if you're keeping up with the show right now, like, it's pretty much spot on. Like, all the feelings and emotions that I had playing the game, I'm having those same emotions again rewatching the show. Like, just watching the show that the HBO is putting out right now.
Okay.
And there's not a lot of games that have such good storytelling that make you feel like you're in that world and make you sympathize with the characters. Like, even up to the end of the game, it's just like a whole roller coaster of emotions, and you're just like at the last part of the game, you're literally like in there, you're just like, nope, I need to do this. Fuck this shit. I'm gonna go do this.
Okay.
So, like, to have those kind of emotions was just fun for me. Also, the one thing that nobody really talks about is the fucking multiplayer was gas.
Oh, the multiplayer was absolutely gas. I can admit
The
that.
the multiplayer was so good. It's still one of my favorite multiplayers to this day. Because it wasn't like Warzone where it's just like, oh, here's some guns. It's like, oh, fuck, I'm out of ammo. I need to make bullets. If not, I got to use this bat.
Mm-hmm. Trust me.
And it was just amazing.
Like, I love the fact that they announced that it's going to be coming to Steam at some point. Because I do plan on downloading it, and I already have a wish listed. Like, I already plan on downloading it, and I want to play the multiplayer because I saw this YouTube channel, well, this dead YouTube channel now, play the multiplayer, and I'm like, this looks intense. This gives me vibes of the Tomb Raider multiplayer, where like it's minimal ammo and it's all about making sure you can get the jump on your enemy.
Multiplayer was bitching.
2-player.
Yeah, it's just such a good game, and it's, I don't know, for me it's the GOAT. It's goated. It's so good.
Yeah,
it's just
my only drawback
good.
was the hype that people had. Like, people swore their lives around this fucking game. Like, it was the greatest thing ever. Like,
I mean, don't get me wrong, it is. I think even like replaying the game now, like it's such a good game.
Okay.
Like, there's so much to it that it's like it's kind of one of those like one and done games. Just like you enjoyed the memory of it so much that you don't want to go back and fuck it up. Like, you would still want to play it again sometime in the future.
Understandable.
So it's like, that's how I am right now, because like I want to replay it, but I'm like, I'm just gonna wait till I can get it on my PC.
Understandable. Okay. I'm down to put it in goated. I think it was just annoying for me to hear an overabundance of this is the shit right here, and all you Xbox players are missing out. That's why I was like,
yeah, I feel that. I mean, that's how it was for like Halo.
Fuck them.
No, I told everybody, spoiler alert, Sarah fucking dies in the first game.
Damn.
Bro, I said that to somebody who's never played the game and watched the TV show, and they got so mad. They were about to strike me. And then I saw them the next day, and they're like, you're a fucking idiot. Why would you do that to me?
Alright, so this one goes into goated easily. And here's where we get canceled, boys.
Why?
Second one was solid.
Last of
I
Us
think
Part 2.
The second one was solid. It just, you have to move past all the bullshit, but it was a solid game. And another reason why it's solid is because they took out the multiplayer.
They killed Joel, man. Come on.
I mean, yeah, but it was all.
I know it was for development. And trust me,
it was all revenge.
Chappa, I got a question for you. Is it me, or at a few points in the writing in the second game, does it feel like it just short circuited and then got back on track, like out of nowhere?
Yeah, there was. Yeah, I think the transition from Abby to Ellie was like so weird. Like, it's just like, oh, we go to sleep, wake up as Abby. I'm like, I don't want to play this bitch.
Who the fuck is this hoe?
Like, literally, that's why. I mean, it was still solid once you played the game, because you got to like develop a relationship with her, and you kind of felt sorry for her, kind of understood why she was doing everything. But at the same time, like, you're a bitch. You killed Joel. I can't like you.
Like,
I don't know. I was on her side. I'm glad Jill died.
I mean, it makes sense.
Might be a sociopath. I don't know.
No, that's the wrong brother. You're good.
But also it makes it more interesting because it's like it's Laura Bailey and Ashley Johnson. Like, their voice actors are
so
on
good.
Critical Role, so it's just like
I love that they left the video game award ceremony. And everyone's like, "Did you lose?" And they're like, "Oh, our category's not called yet. Playing D&D tonight, losers."
But yeah,
Give a shit.
I'm saying it's a solid for sure.
Alright.
I think they could have developed more on it. I know that Naughty Dog's in the process of supposedly developing a third game,
I doubt it.
or they're doing another Last of Us project, and supposedly it's either a third game or it's just a full on multiplayer like survival game,
Oh, that'd be dope though.
which would be sick. So, but on that, I gotta head out. I told my friend I meet up with him. So,
Alright,
Have a
Chappa.
good night, buddy.
Bye.
Glad
love
we
you
caught
all. Thanks for letting me sit in for a few.
Of
Appreciate
course.
y'all. And you guys have a good night.
You as well.
You do.
Bye.
Bye.
And now back to our regularly scheduled program.
I miss him already.
So do I.
Man, I should leave 2 out just out of principle.
And the next two, Plants vs. Zombies 2, and then Plants vs. Zombies, the actual cell phone app.
DJ, do whatever the fuck you want.
Cell phone app. This was the same game as this one. They just added in one character, and other than that, it was the exact same shit.
Nice.
Kind of like
Nice.
Overwatch 2. I'm sorry.
Crazy.
Crazy, dude.
I
What
don't
the
think
hell?
that's true because they changed up how many players you had, how important tank role versus DPS, so all you COD kids would play something different. I don't know. Hot takes.
Because everybody was just a pea shooter.
Everybody.
Or the chomp if you wanted to be that melee guy. Alright, now next up, Zomboid. Don't even know what the hell it is.
I don't even know what the fuck this is.
It was a failed indie project. Don't feel bad for not knowing it.
Alright.
Okay, let's move on.
Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmares. Zombies and cowboys, fellas. What'd y'all think of it?
This game shaped my identity as a...
Shitlord.
Oh, I didn't realize my mic was over there. Yeah, this game shaped my identity, absolutely. Cowboys and zombies, it's kind of my thing now. I dedicate unnecessary hours to it. And the writing was so good.
Mm-hmm.
The 4 horses of the apocalypse, Sasquatch being a reasonable man and like just wanting to vibe and live. And Adrian,
Yeah.
where'd you get that portrait? It seems familiar.
Don't you fucking do this to me right now. I swear to God. I already almost died today. I can't fucking do this.
Don't make me do this, please, for love of God.
Adam Smasher.
Smasher.
Don't make me do it. But no, fucking for real. Like, I am a sucker for old westerns, and I am a sucker for a cult old western.
Mm-hmm.
This is perfect.
Yeah, this game is 100% goated, and if you don't believe us, or you're wrong.
You're just wrong.
You're just wrong. All right, next up. Okay, we're gonna have to speed run through these. Resident Evil 2. I think that's 2.
It is.
Yeah, it's 2.
I don't believe I played 2.
I'm trying to think. I don't believe I have either.
I haven't either. Sorry.
Throw it in the category.
Yup. All right. Resident Evil 3. I like this game. I think this game is
It was
amazing.
cool.
I enjoyed it. It definitely knew how to build tension, give you a limited window of operation to do shit.
Oh, wait, hold
Remember
on.
when Resident Evil games were stressful?
Oh, never mind. Hold on. Resident Evil 2, that's the one where you get introduced to Mr. X. I've never seen this in the remaster. I watched a lot of it, but I didn't actually play it. You can stay there. I watched Sarwe, or Sarue, however she pronounces her name. The French
you watched
VTuber.
Sorry play this?
It is the funniest goddamn thing hearing a French cat yell and scream at Mr. X because she's terrified of him, but also finds him hot.
I know exactly what stream this is. Oh, he's picking me up. Oh no.
Oh no!
I played a lot of the weird Resident Evil game that came out alongside this or whatever. The one that was
Weird
like,
Resident Evil game?
The one that was like multiplayer, kind of like Dead by Daylight.
Oh yeah, that shit. Somebody got me onto that. Like, this is. I understand the hype behind this, but this is kind of mid.
It wasn't
Kinda
good,
mid.
but I thought it was cool.
I wouldn't mind giving it another
so-
try with like a full squad.
I just don't
Yeah.
want to pay for a game that bad, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, true.
Right. Back to 3.
3.
I think
I
it's pretty solid.
I think 3 is pretty solid. Just to piss him off. Sorry, Chappa. Again, all these, especially when it comes to Resident Evil, we can sit here and talk about them all day, but it's a linear story that we don't want to go into because we would be here for the next 5.5
Oh,
days.
man, seriously.
Oh my dude, these next two I could talk about literally forever. Oh my goodness.
These next 3 I could talk about forever.
6, I got like 10 minutes in me. After that, I'm done.
Resident Evil 4, I think, is goated. It is my favorite RE of all fucking
It was
time.
a banger the first time. It was a banger the second time. It was a banger the third time, and it's gonna be a banger the fourth time.
Uh-huh.
In VR.
Yes, sir.
Because Leon Kennedy is the fucking man. Fuck Ashley. She is a pain in the ass, but we made it work. Because you had to protect. Long story short, Leon goes into this haunted area that's essentially a zombie occult, and he has to rescue the president's daughter because she's stupid.
Not even that. Leon tears up the Spanish countryside, and that's all you need to know. That's the important.
It was a
part of the
hostel. I had to take him down.
game. Yeah. A hostel and a hostel. That's crazy, dog. No, like this was Leon's hero arc, and boy did it go downhill from this game for him specifically.
It was his
So,
hero
like-
arc, and it was his sex appeal arc, because all of a sudden everybody became obsessed with Leon.
I mean, to be fair, he was perfect. He's that perfect blend of schlocky, like early horror, like handsome hero, but he also aged way better than every other person in that category.
There.
Especially with how they made him look in RE4, dude. He was that emo boy that took no shit.
Kinda, yeah. They gave him the perfect voice actor too.
Yes!
It's held up.
Can we respect the only better casting in that game? The weapons merchant.
What are you buying?
Everybody loves that man. Everybody.
Literally the best.
Thank you.
Yeah, literally.
Let's go.
one of the
This
best
is going to
games
go
of
to.
all time.
You're going behind Call of Duty.
Deej,
Actually,
put it
we'll put some
put it
respect.
put it up.
I'll
No,
put it
no,
up?
no, put it up. Put it up.
Wait, are these in sequence?
Well, I'm putting them in as close to sequence as possible, unless they're just like kind of. You know what? They're all goaded in their own right.
How about we touch on that at the end?
Okay.
When
It's just like-
Choppa's not here.
Right. Anyways, how do we feel about 5? Because I have some opinions about 5.
I think 5 is freaking solid. I love the it has replay value. I love the fact that it was the first co-op, and well, no, sorry, it wasn't the first co-op. Raccoon City was, but I love the co-op aspect of this between Sheva and Chris Redfield. I love the fact that you can sabotage your AI partner by electrocuting them, and as soon as you did it 7 times, you got an achievement. Not that I would know. I love the. Sorry.
I was gonna say I love that it managed to be outlandish but still maintain a level of Resident Evil. You were still afraid of the enemies. The bosses were ready to just jack your day up.
Mhm.
It did crazy and fun and scary all at the same time.
Oh yeah.
I love the slow. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, DJ. You've been holding on to yours.
I was about to say, I love the slow, subtle progression of the zombies slowly becoming mindless drones, all of a sudden to becoming militant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was gonna touch on that. I loved how well 5 transitioned Resident Evil into an action series.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It was such a good transition, in my opinion. Like you said, they went from being zombie people into zombie soldiers at the beginning, into zombie weapons towards the middle of the game, into ginormous bioweapons. Like, what the fuck? It transitioned the idea from like 4 to the catastrophe that was 6 so well, in my
I
opinion.
like 6.
I like 6 too, but let's be honest, it's not good.
No, it's not.
We're gonna get there.
Yeah, we'll get there. But like,
Okay.
I feel like this was such a well done transition period for the series. I think this game's fantastic.
Dude, how do we feel about a low goated on Resident Evil 5?
Oh, the lowest goated. I'll be
Yes.
honest, the
The
lowest
lowest
goated.
goated.
I just I
You're
did find it
goated,
funny that you could
but
give them
barely.
different costumes, and then especially with the Red Riding
Oh,
Hood
yeah.
outfit, it was just like, okay, so for Sheva, whether it be you give her actual
Just
island
give her a
princess,
Uzi.
but you give her the island princess skin or the
BB
Red Riding Hood skin, it was all sex appeal, and then they just completely
Dude, let's go.
crackerjacked and filled Chris Redfield with every single like steroid you could. His arms were stupid in there.
My man was.
Well,
out
he
here
did punch a
punching
boulder.
That's true.
We both went to the same
That's
place.
fucking funny.
That's how I know
But
you
no,
two
like
were
this
related.
game was great, and the DLC was bitching as well.
Oh man, mercenaries.
Mm-hmm.
That and the extended stories. I forget what it was called.
Chronicles.
Mike, you and me played it together. Remember? It was like where you're on like the military island and everything's hard as dick.
Yeah, wasn't it Chronicle?
Is that what it was called? I don't remember.
It-
But
it
anyways,
may have
yeah,
been.
like, that was bitching. The mercenaries was awesome.
Wasn't it called Extraction in that mode
I,
or in that game?
I don't. Maybe I don't remember.
And
I
the-
want to go back and play it. That was
the gun
so
range.
fun. The gun range was sick. Oh, see, this game is just great. Like everything about
Goated.
it was fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Like I said, the council recognizes your position as goaded, but will not allow you to proceed any higher.
You will not be Grandmaster.
You will not be
simply
grandmaster.
You are not worthy of your predecessor 4.
So on to the dumpster fire that is 6.
I am going to be the unpopular opinion. I loved this game.
No, I don't even think that's unpopular. This game is fun.
No,
It's
people
not a
hated
Resident
this
Evil
game.
No, it's not Resident Evil. This should have been like, what was the rail shooter Resident Evil called? That's the equivalent of what this is to 5.
Okay. In my opinion, I think this was a grindhouse Resident Evil.
That's fair, but I don't think it's a good attempt.
I would say
I think it was you fought a T-Rex.
Oh no,
here's-
yeah, no, like I said, Dark Side Chronicles. Thank you, Dravo. Appreciate it. Like this is like 5. This should have been Resident Evil 5 Dark Side Chronicles.
See, here's
Like,
the
it
best
really
way.
should've.
Here's the best way I can sum this up. I'm
Fair.
gonna
It was
grab
cool.
I'm gonna grab the floor for this one. For a moment, please. Do I think it deserved the title of Resident Evil? No. They only gave it Resident Evil because they were using Resident Evil characters. If you slapped any other narrative or at least changed the character name to something else, this could have been a fantastic game. But I love the fact that co-op. I'm always down to play a co-op game. I love the fact that essentially it was 4 campaigns
Yup.
in one game.
Yeah.
Downside though, I hate the ending. Spoiler alert right now if you really feel for this game and you don't know how it ends. I hate the fact that it kind of devolved into Leon Kennedy versus Wesker fighting. Not Wesker. What's his fucking name?
Jake.
The director that turns into every single thing that, because he doesn't know how to die. He turns into a horse. He turns into a T-Rex. He turns into a dog. He turns into a fly.
Oh, I forgot his name.
Yeah.
Turns into they're fighting each other because they're both in love with Ada Wong. That whole don't touch her.
Hilarious.
You're not
Well,
worthy
I
of
would
her.
fight you for Ada Wong. That's not even a question.
You
DJ,
can
you got height, reach, and experience. I'm
You
still
can
taking the
have
challenge.
her.
I never thought I'd hear that from DJ.
I'm taking Chris
Actually, what
Redfield's
design
sister.
of Ada Wong we talking about? Because there are a couple that are a little weird.
Can I get the live action movie? That was awesome.
Fair.
I'm taking the blonde chick from Resident Evil 5 that you have to rescue. The one that you ended up having to fight momentarily.
Mhm.
Oh,
I thought that was Chris's sister.
I. Don't
That's
fucking remember.
Jill Valentine.
Is that Jill?
Yeah.
Because she's the one in RE6 where she gets the electric baton.
I love how evil Wesker is. I kidnapped your friend, mind controlled her, and I made her blonde. I know that last part's really your skin.
Oh, and to make it even weirder, I made her wear a blue rubber suit.
I made her look like Zero Suit Samus. Because I have an
This
obsession.
man is a villain.
To be fair, that is like the highest level of disrespect.
He looked like a 90s B-list character. character now.
You look like an Aeon Flux side character. Like,
Oh
what the
my
fuck?
god. So
I was
back
watching Aeon
to
Flux the other day,
Resident
sorry.
Evil 6 Overkill.
I would put this in the why not, because I have played this game with many different people several times, and I still have fun.
Yeah,
But
it's a
I
good
also
game,
will
but
say,
it's not a good game.
lore-based, this is a heap of shit.
Dumpster fire.
Oh yeah.
Absolute. Deej, I agree with you. I think we're all on the same page here.
Yeah, gameplay-wise, that was fun. Granted, I still love the fact that when you do Ada Wong's campaign, your co-op partner is just some random soldier, and he's absolutely
Just a
fucking
dude.
useless.
Just a dude.
Just the dude being a guy, guys
I'm
being
just a
dudes.
guy being a guy with a gun here. What do you want from me?
I'm just here to help the girl in the red dress. She's
I'm
pretty.
in Almeida Wong, you know.
I realized I should have organized these before we started recording, but fuck it, we live here now.
No. Again.
Very
I played
first
this one?
Resident Evil, I believe.
Goated.
Yes. Yes.
I believe I have. Man, I was young. Holy
This is
damn.
what started this cult
This
franchise.
is literally like the epitome of a goat, yeah.
Yeah. Also, Aiden, I know you didn't play this one because you know how I played it.
Oh, were we in the shed?
No, the next door to that at
Oh,
the older sisters. I had to go bum her kid's stuff. Dude, that's crazy, right?
Holy fuck, that was like 15 years ago. Jesus.
Yeah, I had to go bum my cousin's
No, longer
PS1
than
for
that.
everybody else. And all he had was 2 demo discs, Resident Evil and
Oh,
Medieval, and those are the only
Yeah.
games he owns.
first off, shout out demo discs. Bring those back.
Bring those back.
I still have horribly vivid memories of playing the demo disc we had, Mikey, that had the
Bandai Namco
Bionicles
one?
PS2 game on it.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about the one with Urban Rain and Katamari.
No. Oh, that one too. But the other one, it had that.
Bionicles, Hack.
Yeah, I had Bionicles and Hack. Those are the 2 main ones I played, and I never beat either of them because they were hard as dick for a fucking 5-year-old.
Yelp.
And there's another one on there. Oh, God, that's gonna kill me. I need to find that disc somewhere.
But I'm gonna just say this real quick for those that weren't in the trenches with us in the PS1 and PS2 days of RE1, 2, and 3. You have not experienced gamer rage, I guess you could say, when you hear the terms unmovable still cam. You can't move the
Or
camera.
third-person fixed cams.
No, third-person fixed cams is the main thing. When the camera is the hardest enemy in the game, you're playing the right type of horror game.
Like, you really want to look around that corner, but the camera itself won't let you, is fucked. And
That's
then also,
why I like Fatal Frame. Like, the camera angle was the most aggressive ghost in that fucking
True.
cast.
But especially in original RE1 and 2. Hey, are you trying to open this door? Hey, we have a cutscene for that.
The good old days.
Every time you open a door, there is a cutscene. A good 5 to 7 second cutscene of you opening the door and walking through it. Back then, I didn't care, but now when I go back and play these games, I'm like, dude, this is a waste of time. Why am I taking 7 seconds to watch the door open? Just open the fucking door. Good times, though, good times. Now we're moving on to the newest game, Resident Evil 8 Village.
I think you're the only one here who's played it, DJ.
Yeah, it came out at a bad time where I just couldn't game.
You want you want my brutally honest opinion? You want my socially correct opinion? Or you want my pandering opinion?
This is our tier list. Fuck them.
My brutal opinion, this goes into an well, actually, no, I'll put it in a low freaking solid. Because the gameplay was really good. The story was actually really gripping. But I hate the fact that no matter how big and great this game was, the only takeaway was Lady Dimitrescu. That was it. That's all anybody took away from the game. Even though she's not even in the game for a quarter of the game's actual length. They were just like, Mama Vampire, step on me. The mods
I
they
think
created,
that might have been the internet you were in. because me and Adrian kept saying memes about the Duke and nothing else.
Oh yeah, Duke, the fat guy.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, he's cool, but like everybody, for maybe it was just the parts of the internet that I frequent. All I
down
saw
bad section.
was just mods of like, okay, now we put Lady Dimitrescu, but now her head is replaced by Thomas the Tank Engine, or she's naked. I'm like, she's a fraction of the game. The game is good. Come on, is this your guys' only focal point? Is her? The game was amazing. I hate the fact that it got drowned out because of tall vampire lady. Because that reminds me of a clip that, for those who know VTubers, Iron Mouse, what up, Queen? She took her model, shrunk her down in size, put her in front of Lady Dimitrescu, puts on the echo sound effect, and goes, "Step on me!" You're encouraging them. Don't encourage them. I want them to play the game and have fun.
Yeah, you went to the wrong streamer. I'm gonna be honest, dude.
This whole thing sounds like Deej is just on the internet to enjoy the game.
yeah.
Again,
yeah.
I think the game is absolutely amazing. Is it RE4 amazing? No. But is it good? Absolutely. I would say
I don't think anything's RE4 amazing.
no. I would honestly still say 7 Biohazard is better than this one.
7 was cool.
Damn, that's a statement.
No, like having not played Village, I agree. 7 feels more like a Resident Evil game, 100%.
Like the storyline to this one was fucking sick, but
Oh yeah, it was a
7
good
was better.
story, but it's kind of like the Resident Evil 5 thing. It's a good transitionary period, like from what the predecessor was.
Mm-hmm. So that's why I would honestly put this in a solid.
Yeah, go for it.
I'll give it a high solid, but solid.
That's fine.
All right, next up, Dead Island Riptide.
I did not enjoy this one as much. I'll be 100%.
Neither did I.
It's
Not
not
nearly
that
a
good.
fraction.
No, it's not.
So
They dropped the ball hard.
Yeah.
dropped the ball hard. They added a character that nobody was gonna fucking use.
Literally nobody cared about. Fucking Ryder from the DLC in the first one is better. I think his name was Ryder.
You're right.
Yeah, like it's sad that it's not even a question that this game just sucks. It's not even like, it's okay. It just sucked.
It is the literal ends of the spectrum.
Yeah.
You have Dead Island, and then you have Riptide.
And then 2 is coming out soon, and boy, am I not excited.
I'm worried.
Which is something I never. If you told 8-year-old me, Dead Island 2 is gonna come out in 16 years, with the newest technology, advanced graphics, super systems. I have a fucking custom built PC. It's gonna be not even good, not even remotely good. It looks horrible. None of the tech demos you've seen look good whatsoever. You're not excited for it. I would cry. I would cry.
Right?
Like, I hate to tell you, you're not gonna have fun with this one, Chief.
This thing you're gonna wait 16 years for, it's not gonna be worth it.
Mm.
Maybe unless they completely rehaul everything and it comes out and it's a banger. But I am not holding my breath for it. I'm really sad to think that its legacy is just not gonna live up. It really does suck.
And now we are going to move on to a cult classic that I know people loved. State of Decay.
So I have a very similar thing with Mikey about the one from earlier, where so many people told him how good this game was, so I just never fucking bothered.
I watched a lot of gameplay of it. I think it's an okay game. I never personally played either of them.
No, like every day for like a year, Nate and I think Andy told me to play this with them, and I'm like, no. If you want me to play a game with you, don't tell me more than 3 times that I need to play it with you. Like, if that happens, I'm done.
That's honestly what stopped me. Luckily, Chappa isn't here anymore. Sorry, sir. What stopped me from even considering playing Last of Us is the fact that I kept on hearing over and over and over
Same.
again, this game is
DJ, you don't
incredible.
understand. I was still in school when The Last of Us came out. You want something to kill your passion for something? talk about people with it. Talk about it with people at school.
Oh no. Ugh.
Yeah. I've never even watched The Last of Us be played by anybody. That's yeah. So State of Decay is. If you want to put them somewhere, that's fine. But I know neither me nor Mikey have played them.
I will put them. I won't disrespect the legacy that they have and the legacy
Yeah, we're
that
not
they
saying
built,
they're bad.
but at the end of the day, we have never played them.
Yeah.
So we will leave them there. And then this one, if I'm correct, The Walking Dead Survival Instinct. I have never played this, but I think this was that third-person bird view survival game where you just bonk zombies on heads and don't die.
I couldn't tell you.
I don't know.
Did not play.
Because here's where we're about to start speed running some shit. The Walking Dead games. Walking Dead 1. I played this game.
Yeah.
I would put it in the why not if you like those story-based games. I don't really care for Telltale games, but it was on Game Pass. Why not?
There you go. You just said why not. There you go. Just throw it up there.
I perfected this game because the achievements were easy. If you want easy achievements, there you go.
The achievement guide will remember that.
Keep it in order. Walking Dead 2.
Just start throwing them up there, dude. Just start throwing
Walking
them
Dead
up there.
2. Didn't care. Because of this bitch right here, one of the good characters in this game died. Fuck you, Clementine. Anyway, moving on. The Escapist.
Same.
Okay. So here, have you played this, DJ?
No, I have not.
I like the Escapists.
Okay.
Siege
I think they're fun. Just throw it in. Why not? I don't know why. I like the Escapist. It's such a weird yet slightly charming.
Actually,
series.
you're going for here. You don't deserve your own fucking game.
Watching you obsess over these games, because when you start, you don't stop until it's done, it is hilarious.
Yeah. No, for real. I will literally start a game and I will not stop until I finish. Until I break out a person.
Alright, so now we're going to move that back. Okay. I'm assuming these are the different episodes that came out around Walking Dead.
Yeah, that is true.
Yes.
Only one I played remotely is Michonne, all because I saw her in a couple episodes in the actual show that I never watched.
Yeah, throw it up there. Do you, man?
So, why
Pop
not?
thing.
So, why not?
Up. One to the left.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
There you go.
Fuck you, Clementine. And then these I never
Don't
played.
go back on your morals already. Yeah, just throw them up there.
Again,
I hate to say it, The Walking Dead never really stuck with me.
I just don't really care for Telltale games, like the story-based
Me
games,
neither.
like Wolf Among Us. I didn't give a shit. Again, if you want to play a game, if they're on Game Pass, if you're on Xbox, that is, where perfecting it and getting 1,000 points on it is easy. There you go. These games are it. That's all they're good for is gamerscore. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, like I said, Telltale games, let alone Walking Dead, never really stuck with me because, again, I was in school.
Yeah.
They were so mainstream. I had teachers that were playing the Telltale Walking Dead.
Yeah.
I'm out. No.
Yeah, I never cared for Telltale games outside of you can get me a higher gamer score. That's about it. But moving on. Walking Dead, Saints and Sinners. Oh,
Fucking goated, in my opinion.
it is, dude. It is so good. I
This is y'all.
went into
Editor's note, goated. Spelled wrong.
he
Fire.
put gout in, didn't he?
Yo, my man's got the gout. That's crazy.
GAO.
Yeah.
This game, I'm not gonna lie, I went into this game.
Alright, you fuck.
Take away the PlayStation VR aspect. I used it on Quest. Take away that. I walked into this game with such low expectations. Like I'm thinking, if I see Clementine in this fucking game,
That's why.
It was Arizona Sunshine with the RTX on.
I did not know that at the time. All I saw was
Bro.
Walking Dead, and I assumed if this is another story-based game, and if I see Clementine, I'm swinging a bat at her skull every chance that I have. I was thoroughly mistaken. And I think this game is fucking fantastic.
Dude, the freedom, the interactability, the storytelling, the atmosphere, the graphics, it just checks all the boxes. It's so much fun.
Oh yeah.
One of the best VR titles on the market at the time of this video. Hands down.
10 out of 10 would recommend. This game is fucking sick. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
It is absolutely fucking sick. The tutorial is extensive enough to where it breaks down, okay, so this is what's gonna happen, and this is what you're gonna need to do. If you want to tweak that, you can, but if you want the full experience, which I recommend, don't change anything. Leave it as is. That game is fucking sick. Alright, next up. World War Z. Has anybody else played World War Z besides me? Besides me?
No.
Mando tried to get me to play it, but the servers were down, so we just gave up.
Same. I downloaded at the same time Mikey did, and then never worked, so I got rid of it.
Best way to describe this game is it's modern Left 4 Dead. Take the zombies, times them by 10, and give them build ability. They can stand and stack on top of each other to get to wherever the hell you are. You are not safe because you have high ground. They will start stacking on each other.
Interesting.
That is bizarre.
Yeah, they will start stacking on each other, and no matter what defenses you think you have, there's more of them. They do give you the ability to, if you want to, try to take a stealth route and use nothing but silence weapons. But somebody in your party, not naming anything, editor, whom only use unsilenced deagles to pop heads off, and as soon as you go loud, they all know where you are, and they all are coming for you right now. So the game is challenging, and I love me a challenging game, but this type of challenge took it to a different level, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Where would you rate it, though?
I would put it in a high, why not? If you're just kind of wanting to dick around and kill zombies, or a freaking solid if you're wanting to actually progress and progress the game, because the game is really fun.
Who gives a shit about progression in a horde shooter, though?
True. Like, this is
are you gonna throw it higher than 7 days?
Oh, 100%. You heard my story earlier.
I didn't. I hadn't come.
He wasn't here.
I know, that's what I'm saying. If only you heard my story earlier as to why this is right here.
Oh, no, actually, no, you told me that story before, I remember. Because I remember I asked you if you want to play one time, and you started ranting, and I'm like, okay, never mind.
Yeah,
I like it, though. Again, I think it's charming in a schlocky way.
Might try it again now that I have an actual functioning PC that can handle it. So, I might give it another go again. But yeah, until then, World War Z will stay right here because it's a challenging game. It's a fun game. I wouldn't mind going back to it with a full squad.
Fair.
And now I'm pretty sure this one nobody outside of me has played. Zombie.
No, but I have an argument for this.
Okay.
I believe it should get goated purely off the basis that it broke the generational console barrier.
I was gonna say give it goated because it's the only zombie game on Wii U.
That's part of it. It originated on the Wii U, the Zombie U. And then at some point it said, that's not enough. And it kept going through the consoles. And I kind of respect that.
So do
They
I,
just
bro.
didn't give up.
It just didn't. It said Zombie U? Nah, Zombie.
Why won't you die? No.
Like, I think that's pretty respectable.
So do I, dude.
That's just the lowest form of goated. Just
That's
lower than RE5. Just lower.
Again, for the
But only just.
for the only zombie game on Wii U, and then playing it on a Wii U, like on a Wii U controller was clunky enough as it was. I was like, okay.
Shut the fuck up. Sorry, go ahead.
So I was like, okay, so this thing is the only zombie game on this fucking console. This is gonna be fantastic, and it actually ran pretty well.
Yeah,
the voice lines were kind of janky, but the gameplay was actually pretty sick.
It's pretty neat. It's definitely a token of its era. I will say that and not elaborate because I feel like it doesn't need to be.
Yeah, Zombie U is Zombie U is fucking fantastic. If you can bust out your old Wii U, you know, blow the dust off with some compressed air, get your hands on Zombie U and have a ball. The game is great.
If you don't have a Wii, you get Zombie.
I know it sounds like we're trolling, but we're being dead serious right now.
No,
The
no,
game
like,
is actually
yeah.
really good.
It's pretty neat.
The fact that we were willing to put a Wii U zombie game over some of these titles that a lot of you are gonna hate us over because of where we
Yeah,
put them.
Like I said, hey, it put in the work more than some of these games.
Uh-huh. That's where Nintendo excels. Their shit is
Yeah,
always quality.
they put it down on the grill. You know what I'm saying?
Bruh. For real. We're eating choice. They're eating Wagyu.
Right. We had to lose the U, but you know we got there in the end.
We had to lose the U.
Anyways, now that we're here, do we want to touch up on any of these?
Okay, yes, since you weren't here for a good chunk of these, where would you want to put something?
I was gonna say, let's just work our way from the bottom up. I feel like
Alright.
are those? I can't imagine never played her in any particular order.
No, they're
so
not.
Let's start with these suck.
These aren't in a particular order either.
Yeah. Again, I think Riptide should stay at the back.
Okay.
Plants vs Zombies 2 should stay there.
Okay.
I didn't give a shit about the Call of Duties. Where does 4 place in there, do you think, Mikey?
I think right there is fair because it had the potential to be a good game.
mobile game. That's so
Yeah.
depressing.
It didn't work. So yeah, a mobile game would be better.
Yeah, you know
'cause
what?
It works.
It had the same amount of development time as a mobile game, so yeah, that's fair.
It did. It had potential. They just couldn't capitalize.
Oh, real quick. The closest to the title itself says it means it's better, not the further back it is.
Yeah. I
Okay.
know. Yeah, I think those are fair. So to why nuts? DJ, I know DJ wants that bitch as far back as possible.
Yes.
Where do you put Garden Warfare in that ranking?
This is fine right here where it is because it was fun,
Yeah.
but it wasn't as fun as this. And even though
I
7 Days to
agree.
Die fucked me, it was not nearly as fun as this.
I agree. I think as shitty as 7 Days, like I said, it's so shitty it's charming in my opinion. Didn't play Infinite Warfare, so I don't care. I think 6, as much as I don't like it, I think that's fair as well. No comment on the Walking Dead stuff. The Escapist, I wouldn't even know if I'd call it a game if I'm being honest. It's more of an experience, but that's neither here nor there. And then Days Gone. Are we just kind of like assuming that's just a hot middle of the road kind of thing?
I also
It
didn't
kind
play
of
it.
is.
Yeah. Alright. I think those are fine then. Friggin' solids. I think I want Dead Rising 2 and 3 to be slightly higher. I think maybe just by 1. Although I haven't played Dying Light, so I don't know if that's fair of me to say.
Well, still, fuck it. Let's just see let's see how I feel.
Well, you played Dying Light, no?
Mhm.
Would you? But you didn't play Dead Rising 2 or 3, did you?
I played a little bit of 3, not 2.
Mikey, do you... Okay, here's actually a question for you, Mikey. Which game do you think is better, Dead Rising 2 or 3?
Based off what I've heard,
because
say,
it was
I'd
still
say 2.
grounded and had a good difficulty challenge, but 3 went full arcade and it felt like a departure.
We also have to keep in mind, it's because this game was also one of the newly console launch games, so they had to go balls out somehow.
Yeah. Let me tell you, DJ, they went balls out on a lot of things, and not in like the ways you might expect.
I just had a vivid flashback to the Gluttony boss battle.
Yeah, I don't like thinking about that one if I'm being honest. But as much as
she looks like a Walmart regular.
No,
damn,
Walmart. She just looks like a Walmart.
She looks like just a Walmart size and all. It's the same thing.
That's great value boss battles right there.
Damn.
But anyways,
For real.
All right, then moving up to Goated. What would you move and where?
Put Saints and Sinners past for Resident Evil 5. Again, that is like a super low tier goated in my opinion. Left 4 Dead 2 needs to be higher.
Oh yeah, these two I just kind of placed so we can move on because I was like, we got to start moving.
Yeah.
I would actually
Where,
put these behind Dead Space because
I think that's fair, yeah.
it's like yes the oh shit, hold on, grab the wrong
you
one.
grabbed Dead
Where
Island,
is
yeah.
where is it?
To the
Where is it?
left
Where is
two.
it? There we go.
There you go. Oh, here's a question: Left 4 Dead 1 or 2? Which one's first?
Actually for me too.
I would feel inclined to agree.
Mikey?
I'm at the same.
Because even though these two are great, they're fast paced.
It's a tight margin. It's a tight margin, though. I feel like
these two are fast paced. These two are fun. There really is no like story to them. It's just hey, get in here, grab a weapon, and don't fucking die and go forward.
Well, here's the thing I liked about Left 4 Dead's story. It told it as you were playing. If you cared, you could listen, but if you didn't, fucking sucks.
Especially you're too busy trying to hold Noam Chomsky until the end.
Yeah, that's all the story I need.
We're getting out of here, Noam Chomsky.
Give me back my son.
Oh my god. Anyways, Undead Nightmare should unequivocally be ahead of Dead Island. However, it doesn't go further than that.
Because it is a weird spin-off, I want to say no. It just didn't have as much foundation as the rest of them.
No, that's fair. I'm just asking genuine opinion.
Genuine opinion for me, I say Dead Space goes in front of Dead Rising, but that's just me.
I have no way in, so Mikey.
Yeah, technically it should, but I
will say
I still actively play it.
Yeah.
Nobody plays the original Dead Space. They're on the remaster.
That's true, and I will give Dead Space this credit. I love body horror, and I think that is better than Dead Rising simply off of that fact. So yeah, I think Dead Space should go one past Dead Rising.
All right. Now, how do we feel about where Call of Duty is? Because this is the perfect Call of Duty. This is one of the origins of where it got started.
Predecessor.
I think those two are fine where they are.
Yeah.
Where Resident Evil 7 fits, I am confused.
I put I think right here because World at War came up before RE7 did, so I kind of just put WoW there.
Yeah. No, I totally agree that it should go Black Ops 1, 2, then World at War. I don't know where 7 fits in that category though, because 7 is great.
I put 7. I put 7 in front of WoW.
Yeah, I think I'd agree.
This is a story. This is not.
I think it's one of those things again where it's like 7 is a story, but World at War is an experience.
Mm-hmm.
It really is.
And
I think you're right.
I will take a story any day.
Yeah, and I also don't think that 7 is better than 0 or 1 or whatever.
Neither do I.
4
we agree.
The GOAT, though.
No, I was about to say we agree. This man stays here, like cemented.
Oh yeah, no. Leon earned it. He really did. Literally the worst first day on the force, and then just continued to be a badass for the rest of it. Fucking turned into an alcoholic, but we'll get into that later.
Bro, I hit this box and there's a snake in it.
The disrespect. No, the worst part was when you opened up a barrel and there was a snake in it. That was just rude.
Yeah, that was just mean. I have no means of defending myself. Every single time I was hitting a box, I was already double attacking just in case.
Yeah, for real. That is the original gamer instincts of just whenever you break something, you break it twice just in case.
Double tap.
Yeah.
Remember when our buddy had a mimic check fail, and then he still tried to open it and start screaming?
Yeah, my man was playing Dark Souls. He mimic checked the box. It failed. He just went, "Oh, I'll still open it. Surely it's fine."
Eagle screeching ensues.
Good times. But yeah, I think this is fair.
I think this is fair.
I'm comfortable with this. This feels good, especially since I
Same.
haven't played like half of freaking Solid. But I still feel good about this.
All right, well, ladies and germs, we're reaching the end of this tier list. This is the final product. This is where we would put some of these games. I'm pretty sure a lot of you are triggered and not happy where we put some things, and are happy that we put some things in other spots.
Everyone's happy where Zombie U is. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Everybody's happy where
They
Resident Evil
better
4
be.
is.
Yeah.
And like I said before, I would love to know down below where you would put some of these games. Would you put them like some of these that are down here, up here, and vice versa? So let us know down below what you got going on. But this is what we have here for us. And all right, it is time to end it here. Mikey, Adrian, you want to say bye to everybody?
Not particularly.
Okay.
All right, everybody, have a wonderful time.
The final words from me. If you think RE4 doesn't belong here at the forefront, you are absolutely incorrect. Play Zombie U, and yeah, fuck this bitch. And we're out.